Alrighty, hopefully you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another trade recap. I am down $3,000 on the day, so I want to run you guys through the two trades that I ended up taking. One of them was break even, one of them was a loss. So I want to run you guys through kind of my mindset and my vision going into the day of what I wanted to see the market play out. Was the execution good? Was this right? Was this wrong? Kind of run you guys through the rights and the wrongs throughout the day as well, and kind of just overall mindset about it. So first things first, I want to go to pre-market and basically just run you guys through open and my entire kind of process of looking at this through the day. So what I wanted to see going into today was a TGIF setup, meaning on the weekly profile, if we look at the entire week so far leading up to today, it has just been straight up. Monday all the way to Friday, pretty much just straight to the upside. And normally on a Friday, I would want to see the weekly candle close back inside the range. So honestly, I am still not opposed to a possible short setup. Like, it's only 10:40. We still have some time for market to close, and I do want to see us fall back inside the range because I expect the weekly candle to close back down. So internal buy side just got taken, so I'd honestly be watching kind of the rest of the day if we do want to, sell back inside the range. But with that being said, let me run you guys through kind of open here, and we'll go through these trades. So going into the day, because my bias was bearish, I wanted to see the weekly candle close back inside the range. What happened in the overnight session? 1 hour manipulation, opening gap kind of here. This weekly volume imbalance that we had, or this daily volume imbalance, or the 1 hour, that we just ran through to the downside after buy side was getting taken. So I wanted to see price start to fall back inside this range. We had a 1 hour bearish fair value gap to the downside that I wanted to see us continue to hold. And I also had this standard deviation projection from the high to the low that I wanted to see us fall back to this area. So going into open, what I did recognize is I was bullish going into open because what happened is we started to accumulate after this move lower. NQ ended up taking this recent low. We put it in an SMT. And then once this fair value gap got ran through, there's actually kind of two setups here. One of them was this 1 minute fair value gap got ran through. Unfortunately, I wasn't on the chart at this time, or else this would have been a really nice long. There were some people in the Discord that took these longs as well. And then also this 3 minute here got ran through as well, just showing, in my opinion, super clean bullish bias to go rebalance back up into this. So there was long opportunity at open to go take these internal highs and go run back to this fair value gap. So going into market open, market ends up opening. And this is where I took my first trade. Now, looking back, I think this was a little bit too early. Now, it is what I wanted to see. It is a model, but it was a little bit early. Buy side got taken. I was zoomed in here to the 30-second, and this was my change. So we ran through this. As soon as we ran through this, I entered in short. Buy side got taken, changing the state. I entered my first position short. Stop was at the first wick high, and I was looking for a continuation lower all the way through to standard deviation. And again, looking at this bigger time frame, this is super clean. I like this setup. Now, in my opinion, the only thing that was like really the problem with this is internal lows had already been taken. The SMT was already at the low, so it was most likely going to rebalance back to equilibrium. And this is what I waited for my second setup. So I was like, okay, I want to see NQ most likely go back to equilibrium if we want to continue back higher. And also keep in mind, possibly tap back the change in the state low of that last down close candle. So possibly come back to this as well. So what ended up happening here, stop was in place. First trade got put on, looking to see price go lower. This ended up getting stopped out for the first loss. After we go back up, again, I'm still leaning bearish. My bias is still bearish, and what I want to see the exact same thing. Right now, internal high just got taken. So I zoom in again. All right, I'm looking for manipulation. I'm looking for displacement. I'm waiting. Right here. So on the 15-second, high gets taken. Fair value gap gets ran. And we have a change in the state. Series of down closed candles gets closed below. Again, exactly what I want to see. We're in a fair value gap. Internal buy side's been taken. There's sell side resting below. This, to me, perfect loss, perfect stop or break even. I really, really like this setup, just based on where we are. Buy side got taken on the bigger time frame. The way that the 15-minute candle even closed to the downside looks fantastic. Change in the state. Everything needed for the setup basically played out. Now, this ended up playing out to the internal low. I did not take partials. I wanted to see us continue to the downside. So at this point in time, I was up probably 8 to 9K, and I wanted to see a continuation. In my opinion, there was no reason I should be taking partials. Now, if my plan was to take partials at the internal low, then that's fine. But in my opinion, there was really no reason to take partials at this low because there's so much room to the downside. I thought we wanted to go a lot lower, so I'm completely fine. Now, once we did take this internal low, I moved my stop to break even though. So I moved my stop to break even after taking this low. And then from this, we ended up having consumer sentiment at 10, and we just ended up getting bought right back up and got stopped at break even. So totally fine with this kind of management. Even on days like this, it's a day where we can reflect and say, okay, like, am I actually happy with this loss? Because at the end of the day, like, losing is not fun. Losing is never fun. It's like, I'm not going to lie to you. It's not fun. But what the most important thing that we need to do is reflect to say, did we do what we should have done? Because all it takes is one win to wipe out those losses. If I can keep my losses small and I can say, okay, Justin, 2 trades in the morning, 1 at break even, 1 got stopped, I'm done. And I'm done for the morning. Maybe, again, like I said, there might be a short later on the PM session back inside the range, possibly. I'm not sure. But in the morning session, if my rules are hit, and a lot of the times it's 2 trades, if I take 2 trades in the with the exact same idea, which is I want to take 2 trades that are short, and I have 2 opportunities. One of them was pre-market, got stopped at break. Then the second entry got stopped at break, or sorry, the first one got stopped. Second one got stopped at break. That is where I'm like, okay, market's most likely going to play games here. Because if I mess up 2 of my entries and the market does not go to where I expect it to, that means I'm expecting lower probability conditions. And because I have enough screen time and enough to say that, that's how I build my conviction to know when to step away. Because if I take 2 setups that I think are good and are my model, the only thing that wasn't added to this was a bearish SMT. And I actually do believe that we had a bearish SMT with one of these internal highs. I believe it was here. So we actually did have this bearish SMT, but it wasn't super clean. So market ended up coming back down, taking the internal low, and then just really just chopping in this range. We had to move back up and then move back lower, and then again took the internal low and then move back up and then move back lower. So we ended up just chopping in this range. At this point in time, I was not touching the market. I haven't touched the market after these first 2 trades. But like I said, where we are right now in price action, I would still want to see TGIF set up. So buy side got taken. Look, we're starting to fall back a lot inside this range. So for me to take a setup right now, I need to see an internal model. The thing is this is my change in the state on the 5-minute, but it's just not super clean. There's not really a manipulation leg. I would want to see this be manipulation to the upside and fall literally all the way back down though. So there is a possibility I might take a short later in the PM session. I'm not sure. But I would want to see, because normally, again, I will explain why. Looking at the daily range dividers, if I just pull these up, and we can look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday reaches back lower, starts this move. Tuesday continuation, Thursday continuation, or Wednesday continuation, Thursday continuation. Friday, I expect to close back inside the range. Because basically what will happen is the weekly candle will look like this. We'll be bullish, we'll be bullish, we'll be bullish, we'll be bullish, we'll be bullish. We'll put in the low on Monday, right? So this move right here is that weekly wick on Monday because we opened up here. And then we move higher, and then the weekly candle closes back inside the range. So this wick is basically what I want to see get created. I want to see us wick the high, pull back inside so that the body on the weekly candle moves back lower inside the range, and we end up with a wick at the highs. And that's normally what happens when we have a super bullish week like this, is Friday normally will close back inside the range. So we'll see what happens the rest of the day. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the execution. I'm super excited to continue to just post content. I don't know if you guys know, but I have been feeling so called and so excited to share more with you guys about my life. I'm in the process of moving out of my apartment right now. I'm putting all my stuff in a storage unit, and I'm going to travel pretty much all summer for the next 3 to 4 months. I'm going to be in Tulum, Mexico for a month, and I'm going to be basically starting the vlogs back up again, sharing every single day what my life looks like, working on TradePath, showing you guys what it looks like to run a dev team as well, showing you guys what it looks like what my personal life looks like, what it looks like when I'm traveling, and just kind of trade with you guys and share with you guys and just make a bunch of content. So I'm super, super excited about that as well. So look forward to more content to come, more vlogs, more videos. Trade School episode 3 will be out tomorrow. I said it was going to be out today, but it's actually going to be out tomorrow because we're exporting 4K and I don't want to upload it later today. I'd rather upload it like in the morning, noonish. So that'll be up tomorrow. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. More content to come. Leave feedback in the comments too. I got so many comments last video. Guys, I need you to be actually honest with me. Do you prefer the black charts or the white charts? Because me personally, I have been trading those black charts, and everybody knows that I'm known for those black charts. I've traded those charts for 2 years. But it's time to switch things up. And as soon as I started using these white charts, I've actually been heavily enjoying it more. I feel like I can see the market better, to be honest. And it was so funny because somebody was saying the exact opposite. So whatever works for you, works for you. Right now, I'm really liking these white charts, so I'm going to continue to use them. But whatever works for you, works for you. I honestly want to get your feedback too. Like, what do you prefer? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.